Hi, Brian Benedus coming to you again. Um, Reading the book Scared to Death, Do It Anyway. I'm going to adjust this just a little bit. Thank you. Um, I came across an email, and it's from Brady on the Cape. And it's a long email, so I'll just truncate it for you, and I'll tell you essentially what's happening is his wife and himself read the book, and they're thanking me because he now understands her better. And for years, they've been married for I don't know how many years, it doesn't say, but he used to get mad at her for feeling certain ways. Essentially, don't worry about this, and why do you get so upset about that, and so on and so forth. I could see both parts because if you've read my book, Scared to Death, Do It Anyway, you'll notice something in there. Just on a personal note, me and my wife have been married 30 years this October 2016. We've known each other since we were 15, 16 years old. And our paths went this way and came back, thank God. Um, but all the time we were married, she knew that I had sort of anxiety. We didn't know what it was called, but she never, ever knew the severity of it. Our biggest conversation after I wrote this book, obviously she wanted me to help people and so on and so forth, but I told her there was going to be some private stuff that came out, and essentially it was going to be about you, meaning my wife, Robbie. And it was, why didn't you know? How could you not know? You lived with this guy for so long. How could you not know? Well, first of all, I didn't know what it was. So when you're, I don't want to get into the whole, you think you're macho and you're strong and you have, but it's true. If you're, if you're a person of strength, and you could be a man or a woman, you don't want to show weakness. You don't want to show your spouse or anybody that you're incapable, that you have this chink in the armor, if you will. So, and essentially what you do is you hide behind moods. And you don't want to feel bad. You don't want to feel worried. You don't want to feel, but it's just there. It's your makeup that needs to be changed. Your thought process needs to be changed. But this is not about that. This is about a spouse, in this case the husband, who now understands it and feels a little more compassionate about what she went through all those years and still to this day goes through. Okay, I still have it. I still deal with it. It's managed in a heck of a lot better than it used to be. It's not even close. But everything is still there. It's like that anxiety tree I show you all the time. It's truncated, it's small, and it's manageable and so. But it's always present. It's always there in certain situations. When I fly, we're going on vacation, whatever. Nowhere near what it used to be. I'm not up for weeks at a time. I'm not a mess before I get on a plane. It gets to a level 7, 8, and it goes down to a 3, 2, and it's very manageable. I will tell you that when I speak in front of groups, that's right now the hardest for me to manage, and I've got a lot coming up, and it's just there, it's present. And the thing I do before I talk is I tell people that. And it's funny how they get right up and they're like looking at you like, wow, really? He's petrified to be talking? But again, getting back to that, the word is compassion. If you know somebody in your family suffers, especially kids, because kids are susceptible to WebMD, to the internet, and they're always trying to find a way. They're trying to figure out what's wrong with me, and the word is compare, and they compare that. How come I can't be normal like that guy? How come I can't be normal like her? Well, look at me. I'm 55 years old. I just wrote this book 5 months ago. Hundreds, I'll say thousands of people have contacted me, forgetting about thanking and so on and so forth. It's thank you for allowing me to share my book with my spouse. I can't tell you how many of those emails I get. Thank you for writing this so now he or she understands exactly what I'm going through. And look what you did. You became very successful. You became wealthy. You became this. But that's for you to understand that I went through it dealing with that. And your spouse might be doing the same. Your kids might be doing the same. They might want to become successful in sports, in a class, on a particular. They want to interview for a job, and they might be making excuses not to do that. Maybe not to move to Boston to take the job, or New York, or Michigan, or whatever, when they know that it's the right job for them. And I'm not talking about just fear of the unknown. I'm talking about anxiety. I'm talking about going from anxiety to fear to crippling anxiety about even thinking about the process. Fear of the unknown is normal, okay? Bad thoughts, scary thoughts, so on, that is not. That needs to be controlled. You can control your thoughts. You can control the way you feel. But more importantly, you can talk to the people that you love differently. There is somebody, I guarantee you, there is somebody in your family, and you can't tell me no because you're staring at somebody right now. There is somebody in your family that is afflicted with anxiety to maybe an extreme you don't know about. It's masked by alcohol, it's masked by pills, it's masked by anything. But somebody you know has it. And God forbid if it's your spouse and they're not telling you, I'm hoping I'm reaching enough people, and sounds like we're reaching a lot of people that are reading this book, to educate yourself on exactly what it is. I love doing FaceTime like this with people and families and groups and so on, and just talking to the wife, talking to the husband with the kids in the room. And they're right behind them, sneaking behind the chairs, and we're talking, and they're looking at a guy, okay, and I'm sitting there and I'm telling them, I'm the author, I wrote this book, I was scared shitless, and guess what? That's what he or she is feeling. And here's your thoughts, and here's how we're going to get rid of them. And we go through the process, the healing thought process. But the first thing is you have to read the book and trust the fact. This is huge. That's why these emails are so good. Trust the fact that I know what I'm talking about because I've been through it. Once you know somebody's been through this, your credibility goes through the roof. I know, because every time I went to a doctor, I'm like, it doesn't matter clinically. I get the serotonin, I get the glands, I get all that, but they still haven't been through it. And even though they're all very good, there's always that little something that was missing. That something is credibility of, wow, they've been through it, he's been through this, he knows what I'm feeling, even though they know too, he's experienced it. Don't say, get over it. Don't say deal with it. Don't say you don't look right. Don't say anything. The person who's not afflicted, think about what would trigger it. Are you feeling okay? You don't look good today. Why are you worried about that? What do you think's going to happen? Don't say things like that. That's triggers. Those are triggers. Anything to do with a thought process, of a bad thought process, is a trigger. What you want to say is you want to be there for compassion. Things are supposed to worry. As you get older, you're going to worry about your kids. You're going to worry about this. What you want to do is make it so that anxiety tree is controllable. Worry about things that you should worry about. You're going to worry about their health, their well-being, their financial futures, but don't make it into a panic-stricken situation. You're not going to be sitting up there going, oh gosh, I hope they're okay today. Oh no, I hope. That's panic. That's bad thought process. That's snapping of the rubber band. That's calm it down. They need to live their life. Same with your spouse. So in 9 minutes and 3 seconds, I hope I've hit a little, Brady from Cape, hit a little nerve, and I've helped you understand in this situation your wife a little better, and that she, by letting you read the book, knows that you understand what she's going through, and that it will help you for the upcoming years ahead. More importantly, if she suffers, there might be somebody in her family, in your family, that suffers too, genetically or whatever it may be. Some people are natural worriers. Okay, I'm a guy. I'm going to admit I'm a natural worrier, forgetting about the panic and anxiety. But now it's not close to being what it used to be. And not only am I worried about my kids and everybody is. It wouldn't be normal if that wasn't the case. But keep it under control and understand what people with anxiety, people with anxiety and panic are going through, and their thought process. If they have it and you don't, you will never ever understand what it's like. Don't try to. Be happy that it's not affecting you, but understand that they are going through something that you're not. Read the book so that you'll know what they're feeling, and then you'll be able to help them with positive self-talk. It's extremely helpful, and it makes them feel so much better, especially when they know what you know, that you know what they're going through. All right, that's just something I wanted to get out there. Have a great day.